Hello everyone, here's take 2. Let's see if this goes any better than the first time. I have a Christmas Traveler's Notebook style journal to share. I have laminated this cardstock cover, and I used, I think it was this Echo Park paper from, trying not to bump my little hokey tripod that I've got set up here because I couldn't find my regular tripod. Someone's gone off with it. Merry Christmas. Is that what it's called? I guess so. Wait. No, that's not what it's called. It just says Merry Christmas. It is Holly Jolly. The Holly Jolly papers, where this one came from. I've got this green elastic, and that is attached here in the center. See those holes there? Pull that off very carefully. Open up here, and I laminated that. I think I said that already. And I laminated this little strip of papers from there. And I used sandpaper and roughed up the surface of the laminate so that I could use tacky glue to adhere this pocket on here. And here is a recipe card. It got a little damaged there, but I'm cool with that. I folded it to fit in that pocket, and then I made this envelope out of this cardstock. And the cardstock, some of this cardstock that I've added in here, whoa, I bumped my light, is from this little 6x6 pad, Home for Christmas by Pebbles. Excuse me, my throat's really irritated all of a sudden, of course, because I'm doing a video. So I've got the two elastics in here. That's just the tails of the middle one. Don't pull that out. And then I have this little guy also, which I'm just going to take out. And then that's the back. Nothing's on the back. It's not very exciting. This paper was also Echo Park, and it's Days of Christmas, I believe. Was that where that one came from? Yep. And it's just the cardstock, and I have stitched it together with a couple, three holes, I think. 3 holes? There's just 2 holes here. And baker's twine, and these printables are from Ephemera's Vintage Garden, the Days of December planner kit. And I like to keep my addresses because I love to send out Christmas cards. Oh, on the cardstock here I put one of these little label pockets, so I was thinking sometimes I don't have time to write down the address right away, but I can pull off the return address label, tuck it in here, or I could keep stamps in there. Anyway, that's a handy little pocket. And so I'm just going to keep this in this little traveler's notebook here to collect my addresses and have it all ready. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's already November, and it's well into November, folks. And it's going to be time to start mailing those things out soon, especially for people that are further away from you, out of state and such. Okay, setting that aside, and I'm going to pull this insert out so as not to have to deal with that when I'm showing. And I bopped another light there. So there's the cover in all its glory. Ah, and I had a ruler here. Where'd I put that? This measures roughly 6.5. Is that what that is? Nope. Yeah, about between 6.5, 6 3/4, and almost 5, but it's really like 4 3/4. See, the laminate goes a little further, and that's just the cover. The insert here is obviously slightly smaller. We'll just show you real quick. I've got it at 4.5. And this is, I think, what I printed it out at, and I'm not very good at changing sizes yet, so I made it work. 6 1/4 is the length there, and some of them are slightly different, because I like that look. Okay, whoa, sorry about the wobble there. That is, I've got things stacked, so I've got a couple die-cut platforms and a book and a stamp, and yeah, and then one of those, what is that, those bendy tripod-y things? That's not a technical term, but yeah. Anyway, you can see it's a little wonky. So these digitals are Ephemera's Vintage Garden here. Beautiful little owl, and it's from the Merry Melody printable journal kit. Those pages are just beautiful, so I didn't do anything to that one there. And I've stitched it with baker's twine. Here, this pocket came in the ephemera of the kit, and I covered just a little there. That was hard to do, but I did cover a little bit, but I liked that there. And then this is one of the ephemera, and I've sprayed the back. The music is A Christmas Carol. Actually, it's 2 of them, that I had printed out on some thick paper and didn't end up using. And then the stamp here is from a Close to My Heart set. This is from the Twinkle Stamp of the Month set. That stamp and a few others throughout. So I've made this a pocket. There's a tag in there. Let me see what I can do. There's a couple tags actually. There's this big one that I've sprayed. And I don't have a red spray. I've got a few Tattered Angels and stuff. But so what I did was I have these Jane Davenport mermaid markers. And I opened it up and poured a little bit of that ink into a mini mister and added water. And I think I added some rubbing alcohol too. And that worked great. That's a beautiful color. And this paper is from that little 6x6 pad I showed earlier. This guy has a long tail. Oh, that's what this tag is. This is from the Ephemeras Vintage Garden kit. So, there's that. Flip to this side. I have a lovely little collage here. This is from the ephemera kit, as is this, or the ephemera that comes in the kit, I should say. Put that back there. And then I have 2 little red tickets sticking out, and this tiny, adorable envelope. I think I found that at Tuesday morning. And on this little scrap, I have stamped from one of the Close to My Heart stamps. This little stamp here is from Yuletide Carol, which, as I said, I have those cute little lost my train of thought. Sorry, choo-choo, gone away. I have no idea what I was just saying, but anyway, moving on. This was in the kit. Beautiful. Please forgive my bumping of this stacked up situation I have here. Here's an embellished paper clip. These little banners were printed out from the kit. But then I've added some trim and a little pom-pom. And there's a beautiful page, and oh, sort of sadly, but I do like the look. This one printed out on regular printer paper, which I hadn't intended, but I guess I miscounted how many I had in there. And so it's a little thinner than what I was printing it out on, but on the back side it was blank, so I sprayed it with coffee spray, and then I also have this Distress stain. And it's Lucky Clover. Well, it has a dauber top, and so I thought, I want to make little polka dots, and so I did that with it. And then I also did that to get that streaky pattern, and I loved how that looked. And then I flipped it over, and I'm like, oh, it went through. So, you know, but I like it. So the owl has a green face now. There he is. Hoo-hoo, green face. That's okay. This little pocket came in the kit, and come on out. You came out of there. There's this beautiful card that comes in the kit, and look at how lovely that spraying is. That all the red spray you see in this entire journal came from my little mermaid marker. The gold is a Tattered Angels spray, I think. It's I can't remember the name of it. It's a brown one, but it has that gold in it. So, oh, you'll go back in later. My arm's getting tired around the tripod. These are beautiful. These come in the kit. I think it's in the Merry Melody kit, but I'm not 100% sure. As does this. Lots of goodies in that kit. And I think she had, it was on clearance or something. I know I got some kind of a deal on it. Here I have done a little garment pin hanging from this scrap of ribbon with a jingle bell on it. I love that little sound. And a paper flower and this gem embellishment. And that's all on this grid square paper. And I have some ledger paper, and I've punched corners throughout. This stamp here is from the Yuletide Carol, the one that had the little ticket stamp, as is this one. Then there's some scrapbook paper there that I thought went well. This piece here is from the ephemera from the Merry Melody kit. And then you see that little clip. I found these at Tuesday morning, yesterday I believe, so I had to add it in there. And that's a Simple Stories item. And this paper was from that Pebbles paper pad, the 6x6 one I showed. And I've stamped here and here with a little tiny stamp from Yuletide Carol. Inside, I have another item that printed out on regular copy paper. I do that a lot, I guess. And this comes in the kit, the Merry Melody kit, I believe. I'm not going to say 100% on that though, but it came in one of those two kits. And that was, I put that there. And it goes great in the little envelope. Here we have the beautiful owl again making his appearance. Stop that tripod, stop wobbling. There's another beautiful paper, and the owl comes in the kit, of course. These cards I've sprayed on the back here, and then this ticket piece, that comes in the kit. And what I did, this is scrapbook paper that I sprayed up here on the back, but this piece is, no, it's not stapled. It's just glued on. I folded it so the other half of it's here, and it's glued on to make a tuck spot. And I think, oh yes, I trimmed the edge with a pair of decorative scissors. And there's a tag that comes in the kit, and I've sprayed on the back. And these pages here to the right, on the right, this right side. Oh, I forgot about that. I did this. Why did I do that? I don't even remember why I put washi, but that's washi tape in there. And this is from the Days of December kit, this lined paper. Here we have some more square grid paper. Little tab came, I think this tab, the banner tab, comes in the Days of December kit. And then this one here, which is in one of those two kits. There's the other banner. I don't have anything in there. This paper comes in the Days of December, I believe. And I folded it up here to make a tuck spot. And then I have this, oops, journaling tag card here. And I have some coffee dyed paper here that has the polka dot pattern with this banner up here, Days of December, I believe. This scrap of paper came from the 6x6 pad, and I've sprayed it and stamped on there with a piece, which came from the Twinkle Close to My Heart set. And this was also in the printable ephemera there, as was this card. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Vintage. And so this is the one I stapled, isn't it? Let me see. Yes, there, I stapled with the tiny attacher to make that spot there. Love these. There's lots of little spots to write, but then there's a lot of beautiful things to admire as well. And on these, you know, I could clip a photograph, or who knows, I don't know what I'll do there. And have this from the Days of December kit. Uh-oh, I didn't notice that before. It looks like I must have stamped something on this, and I don't remember doing that. Mystery. But I did stamp this little tree here, and that comes from another Close to My Heart set, but this is an old one. So you see that little 89 sticker? That's 89 cents. That's what this set cost me. I found it at the thrift store when I was on vacation one time. And so I'm sure they're not selling this anymore, but 89 cents! I was so excited and had to get that. And they still work, you know, really well. Some of them don't stick as well. They're the clear, you know, acrylic, used with acrylic block, that sort of thing. Here is from the kit. Oh, this is what happened. Look, I stamped on this. And then, it must not have been dry. Goofball, that's me. Well, this is my journal, so it's okay. I put some lined paper on the back of this one instead of spraying it, and some glittery washi. In this glassine bag here, sewn in the center, baker's twine, little stocking punches that I used to put on there. This is a die cut here, and then on the top of the side of this glassine bag, I slid it open to make another pocket, and this comes in the kit, and I've attached some ribbon with the tiny attacher. Beautiful spraying there. I'm just going to stick that there because, my arm needs a rest. They're their mittens. Those are from the Frosty Friends, the super thrift store deal stamp set that I have. Did I have something else in here? Oh no, that's, yeah. Yeah. There's that girl again in this paper. Crow, or is he a raven? Probably some kind of other bird he sprayed on. And then I used this bird that came in the ephemera as a tuck spot. I just glued the bottom of the bird on there. I've punched different things. This little tree came in the Frosty Friends set. Here's another little spot to tack. Oh. Then this little banner here, I stamped that heart on there and the snowflake on there, and this flips out. Here is an altered paper clip, which is holding this beautiful train card, which I really went grungy on that. And if I have trouble writing on it, I'll just gesso over it to lighten it. But I have a feeling I won't have any trouble writing on that. So this is a neat little idea that I tried. So my Tattered Angels spray was leaking quite a bit, and it was getting all over me. But I noticed that it was all over the cap of the spray bottle also, so I took the cap and I love that little pattern that I got on there by doing that. And then here is another altered paper clip, and these circles came in the ephemera, I think, of the Days of December kit. And then I put some of this eyelash trim, yeah, on the back. I got that in a recent supply swap through the what is it? I can't remember the Facebook group, but I think it was something to do with Ephemera's Vintage Garden, her Facebook group. So then I have this beautiful page here. This flips out. I added washi to add this piece of paper. Look at that pretty spraying. Now the red is the mermaid marker that I added rubbing alcohol and water to. And then the green is a mixture of the Tattered Angels money bags and a little bit of Distress Vintage Photo spray, Distress Stain spray, whatever you call it, and mix those together so that the money bags, the green one, Tattered Angels, has that gold glimmer, and then I've browned it up a bit with the Vintage Photo, so I just added those together. And then this was stamped here, and I used Vintage Photo ink on that. Oops, there we go. This comes in the ephemera, and I just trimmed this off because I didn't want it getting folded when I fold the book. Added some, what's that stuff called? Stickles. This is just a tattered old piece of copy dyed paper that I got out of my scrap and put it in there. Here's another stamp, and then this is a paper fastener, Brad, glittery tree one. More of that ephemera. Oop. That green is the same green I was just talking about. And there's a tuck spot there. I've used washi here to add this little paper. And did some stamping there. That's on some grid paper. And the owl, he makes a cute little tuck spot for this card. And this is the other side of that paper that I did the dots on with the Distress Stain. And the other half of the music sheet pocket, we have a tiny tag here. Come on, give it to me. And then an altered paper clip, which I just tied some ribbon on, and can't do this one-handed. Oh. Set that down there. Inside the pocket is a recipe card, which was slightly too wide, so I trimmed it down a bit to fit in there. And I have a die cut on this side, and I've added a lot of stickles and let that dry for a very long time because I'm really good at messing it up before it's dry, as you saw with the stamp earlier. Yeah. And that's the other side there. Alright. Oh my goodness, I just saw the time. This is a long one. I'm really sorry about that, but I guess I'm slow this morning. So there you have it. It's a cute little one, and I hope it will be very useful come December. Oops, I knocked it again. Thanks for letting me share with you today, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!